Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to my Mazna and my fellow friends. Today, I, Nurul Izzah Atirah binti Cik Masri, and my friends Amir Khalif and Muhammad Aiman would like to present about Microsoft Excel Part 4, which is creating, sorting, and querying a table. In this video presentation, we would like to show you on how to adding computational fields to the table, adding a lookup table, conditional formatting, working with tables in Excel, sorting a table, querying a table using autofilter, using a criteria range on the worksheet, using database functions, using the SUMIF, COUNTIF, MESH, and INDEX functions, displaying automatic subtotal in a table. Excel contains the gray line of cells. These cells contains either text or value, which is data, a formula, or nothing. Data is the information and formulas for calculation. This is the operators of formula in Excel. First, negation. Second, percentage. Exponentiation. Multiplication and division. Addition and subtraction. Concatenation. All comparison operators. The formula must type into an Excel and always begin with an equal sign. The formula can be equal 2 plus 1 or 15 times 3. Of the Zengi Technologies Company for yearly bonus among employees at 2019. There are 5 columns here, which is name, department, hours worked, hours above 1,500, and bonus. We want to calculate the bonus here, but we must complete the columns here first for the Abigail. The bonus is calculated from how many hours more than 1,500 the employee worked during the year. From each of these hours above 1,500, the employee will receive 10 ringgit. Alright. Equal sign 2,142 dash with 1,500 and hit enter. That means Abigail has worked 642 hours than 1,500. The bonus equal sign 642 times 10 and hit enter. The Abigail got the bonus, which is 6,420. Wait to calculate the tables here, but it is not really that powerful yet, because the real power of the formula comes when you combine it with cell references. References is from this hours above 1,500, click here, which is 2,152 is the references to the 1,500. We can replace 2,142 with say this column say 6. This side say 6 and enter. You will get the same amount that you got before. If you change here the cell on the C6, and it will cause the changes in the D 6. Let me show you. And enter. And here we got the 600 for the hours above 1500. The number in the D6 will change when the value in the C6 change, all because of the references. Okay, let's move to the tutorial for conditional formatting. Conditional formatting is a feature in many spreadsheet applications that allows you to apply specific formatting to cells that meet certain criteria. It is most often used as color-based formatting to highlight, emphasize, or differentiate among data and information stored in a spreadsheet. For example, selecting all data, conditional formatting, and go to the conditional formatting, highlight cell rules, and I will let you choose greater than. For example, let's say I want to get data greater than 2500 and click OK. The data that was highlighted with red colors is the data is greater than 2500. Let's say I want to clear the current formatting rules. I want to clear the rules. Just click here and clear rules. Choose the clear rules from selected cells. Conditional formatting is a great tool for visualizing your worksheet, so practice using some rule of your own and try combining them to see what they can tell you about your data. Next tutorial. Working with tables in Excel. This is the table and this is the header row. Header row is the first row in a table and contains the column headings that identify each column of data. And this is the column. And this is the body of the table where all data and formulas list. And this is the row. Total row. Once you add total row to a table, Excel gives you an AutoSum drop-down list to select from functions such as sum, average, and so on. When you select one of these options, the table will automatically correct them to a subtotal function. Next tutorial is sorting a table. and choose sort. The data was automatically arranged by list of name from A to Z. The first name is Abigail and the last name is Sean. Adding a lookup table. Lookup table in Excel are a name tables which are used with VLOOKUP function to find any data. When we have a large amount of data and we don't know where to look, we can select the table and give it a name. And while using the VLOOKUP function, instead of giving the reference, we can type the name of table as a reference to look up the value. Such table is known as lookup table in Excel. How to apply VLOOKUP? For example, we want to find the department of the Avril Carey. So how to find it? We can use VLOOKUP function. Tap here, equal sign, VLOOKUP, select cell H6, and comma, A6 to B14, comma. We want to find the department, right? This is the column A and the column B, which is the column 1 and the column 2. So type 2 because we want to find the department, comma, and we want to the exact answer, exact match, which is false, and enter. And we can know that the department of the Avril Carey is the marketing department. And I would like to pass the next tutorial to my friends.
So now I would like to show you how to do the querying a table using AutoFilter. So now we should do a table like so. Okay, here we have a table. So now what we would like to do is go to data and click the filter. So now it will show you an arrow down under the header. So it will specify you what you want to filter. So for me, I would like to do meat. So it will only show you the meat type, and the color on the number turns to blue because it is hiding the other data. So now I would like to search for meat, and it will show you the produce for the meat. It will show you the produce. So I would like to be specific for the salesperson, I would choose W, and it will only choose produce by W. So that's it for the auto filter. So now I will do about how to use the criteria range on the worksheet. So here we have the data or the list. So now we would like to show you how to do the advanced filter on the criteria range. So here I will do the headings, which is the customer, and then we want to do only the Mega Mart, so we do Mega Mart. So here we have the criteria range. So now what you want to do is you click on the Mega Mart on the list, go on the advanced, and here it will show you where your list is, which is here. So now for the criteria range, I will click this and this, so it will now choose two things on the criteria range, and I want it to be all and not just unit records. So choose, and it will only choose customer for Megamart. So that's how the criteria range on the worksheets shows you. So now I will show you how to use the database function. So here is our database of data. Now we will click this and hide anyone in anywhere you want. So I will type in equal ND. So here's a list of the database function. There's a lot of database function that you can choose to do, but now I would like to show you the dsum, which is the adds the number in the field of records in the database that match the conditions you specify. So it shows you what to fill in. So for the database, I will choose this until here. So there it shows you the database that you have chosen. Next, I will choose the field that I want to calculate. So I will click in the total. Next, I will click the criteria of what I want to calculate. So I will choose the customer and Megamart. Then I will close it with this, and I click enter, and this shows you the total of the customer from Megamart, which is 888. So that's all for the database function.
Okay, hello guys. Now I will teach you about SUMIF function. If you have a range of value and you want to add together only number that meet a specific criteria, SUMIF is the function you will want to use. Okay, to illustrate how the SUMIF function works, let's look at example. As you can see here, there is a bunch of data which consists type, which is type of car, state, and sale. Okay, so first we must to add the SUMIF command. SUMIF. Okay. First, as you can see, there is a 3 parameter which is range, criteria, and sum range. Okay, range. The first parameter, we will enter of cell that we want to apply the criteria, which is here, the type of car. Okay, then comma. Okay, the second parameter, we will need to enter the criteria that will be applied in the range. So let's say we want to find how many proton car sell. Okay, so we type here proton, or we can choose before. That's not a problem. Then the last one is the sum range, where we want to count the data. So at the cell here. So then type enter. Okay, as you can see here, the proton car sold is 18. You can sum it by yourself. 9 plus 9 is 18. So the interesting part in the SUMIF in this function is, if you change number 10, then it become 19. So that's all for SUMIF function. Okay, next is COUNTIF function. Besides SUMIF function, the COUNTIF function is also a great function in the Excel. Okay, if you have a range of cells and you want to count the number of cells that meet a specific criteria, so COUNTIF is the great choice for you to choose. Okay, let's say someone give you a list of customer and want you to count the number of customer that have paid or not paid the debt. So first of all, let's see here we have a customer and the status of paid or not paid here. So we want to count how many customers that have paid and not paid. Okay, so we enter the COUNTIF command first. COUNTIF. Okay, command. Okay, then after that we choose the range that we want to count, which is in this example is from C2 to C7, comma, and the criteria is, as you can see, Y is yes and N is not paid yet. Okay, so we want to count the who have paid, so we enter Y, then we close our formula, and then we enter 3. Okay, the answer is 3. So you can see the customer that have paid is 1, 2 and 3. Okay, let's try to another example which is not paid. Okay, so we're going to change this to C2 and C7. Okay, so we just change Y to N to calculate the not paid customer. So we enter and 3. As you can see, the number is 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's all for COUNTIF function. Match function say we can find the position number of something that we want to find. Okay, to illustrate how the match function works, let's see the example. Okay, so here we have a data of a product: laptop, handphone, computer, camera, clothes, perfume and watch. Okay, so let's say we want to find the position number of computer. Okay, as you can see here, the position is 1, 2, 3. Okay, so on the product is camera, right? Okay, so we enter the match command, match. Okay, so choose lookup value. What we want to look, the lookup value is the camera. Okay, then the lookup error, which is this. Okay, then we enter the 0 number because we want the exact match, and we close our formula 4. Okay, as you can see here, the camera is in the fourth position. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the camera is in the fourth position. Okay, we can also change. Let's say we want to find watch. Okay, we enter. So it automatically change the position number to 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's all the match function from our group. Okay, in the next video I will teach you about index function. So index function means return a value in array based on the row and column number you specify. I repeat, index function return a value in array based on the row and column number you specify. To illustrate more about this function, let's see the example in here. So we have a table. We have consists of item, price per unit, and unit sold. Let's say we want to find the unit sold of rubber. As a human, I will swatch this rubber and look for the unit sold, which is 5. That is index function do. That is index function work. Okay, we insert the formula. Okay, this index function consists of 3 parameters, which is array, row number, and column number. Which is array, this full table. Please notice that I do not take the item, price, and unit sold. And the row number, second is the row number, which is rubber in the third row. It's 1, 2, and 3, third row. And column number. Column number is the column that we want to find the value, which is we want to find the unit sold. So it is in the third column. Remember, the column must be count from left, which is 1, 2, and 3. So close the formula and we get 5. So we normally write this function is we enter the column number and we enter the row number, and then insert the index function like this. So let's say this is row and this is column, and let's say 4 and 2. Then we insert the function index. So array once again here, and then row number, which is this, and comma, and column number, which is this, formula, enter. So 18. So let's check row 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the column 2, 1, 2. So we can change this to 5 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is the answer. So that's all from me for index function. Okay, lastly I want to teach you how to display the subtotal in the table. Okay, as you can see here, we have a bunch of data which consists year, region, and sales, which is in million. Okay, so the subtotal we can do the subtotal, either we follow the year or we can subtotal using the region. Okay, first we must highlight all this table and we click data and we travel to the right, and as you can see here is a subtotal. We click okay, then this appear. We can choose we want to subtotal it follow the year or the region, so I choose year. So sum, yeah, as you can see here there is other function, so this is the subtotal sum, and I want to add the cell, not the year and region, because it not make sense. So I must do unselect this and enter. Okay, so as you can see here the subtotal is displayed on the table, which is it displayed to us 2010 total, 2011 and 2012 total, and all the total at the 3 years. So I think that is from us. So thank you.